The warning lights were red. Not normal red, but deep, flashing red. The kind that meant something had gone very wrong. Inside the Galactic Academy, alarms echoed through long metal halls. Every cadet stopped what they were doing. Every instructor turned toward the central chamber. The reflex chamber was active. And that was not supposed to happen today. Commander Viral stood still, staring at the main screen. His long silver fingers tightened behind his back. "Who activated the chamber?" he asked slowly. No one answered. Because everyone already knew the truth. No one activated it. It activated itself. Inside the chamber, a cadet was already standing. A tall insect-like alien. Fast. Known for having the quickest reaction speed in the academy. The system voice spoke calmly. Reflex test initiated. Level standard. The cadet moved into position. 3, 2, 1. The test began. A flash of light. A sudden strike from the left. The cadet reacted instantly. Perfect. Another attack from above. Blocked. A third one faster from behind. Missed. The cadet fell to one knee. Failure, the system said. Everything happened in less than 2 seconds. In the control room, silence spread. "That was our fastest cadet," someone whispered. Commander Viral didn't respond. He just kept watching. Because the system was not stopping. "Next subject," the voice said. But no one entered. An officer said nervously. Then the doors opened. Another cadet walked in. This one was different. Part machine. Part organic. Enhanced reflexes. Perfect timing. Built for speed. "This should not be happening," someone muttered. The second test began. This time, the speed increased immediately. Lights flashed faster. Attacks came from all directions. The enhanced cadet moved like lightning. Left. Right. Jump. Spin. For a moment, it looked like he might succeed. Then, the system changed. Speed doubled. Then tripled. The cadet froze for just a second. That was enough. He collapsed. Failure. A cold feeling spread in the room. Commander Viral stepped forward. "Stop the system." "Sir, we can't." "Why not?" "The chamber is not responding." Inside, the lights flickered. The system paused. Then spoke again. "Next subject." This time no one moved. No one wanted to enter. Every cadet understood now. This was not a test anymore. This was something else. And then, a voice came from the back. "I'll go." Everyone turned. The speaker was a human. He didn't look special. No glowing skin. No mechanical upgrades. No extra limbs. Just human. Simple uniform. Calm face. His name was Aaron. And almost no one noticed him before. Some cadets laughed quietly. "A human. They are too slow. This will be quick." Commander Viral looked at him carefully. "You understand what is happening?" he asked. Aaron nodded. "Yes. And you still want to enter?" Aaron gave a small shrug. "It's just a test, right?" No one smiled. The doors opened. Aaron walked inside. The chamber closed behind him. Inside, everything was quiet. Too quiet. Aaron looked around. Smooth metal walls. Soft blue light. Nothing else. The system voice returned. Subject detected. Human. Pause. Then something strange happened. The system added a new line. Adjusting parameters. In the control room, alarms grew louder. "What does that mean?" someone asked. "No idea." Aaron stretched his arms slightly. Took a slow breath. He looked relaxed. Almost bored. Reflex test initiated. Level unknown. Commander Viral's eyes widened. "Unknown. That level does not exist," an officer said. 3, 2, 1. The test began. A flash. Aaron moved. Not fast, not flashy, just a small step. The attack missed. Another strike. This time faster. Aaron leaned slightly. Missed again. More attacks. Faster. Closer. From every side. In the control room, everyone leaned forward. What is he doing? He's not even trying. Aaron's movements were simple. No wasted motion. No panic. Just small, perfect adjustments. Step. Turn. Lean. Move. The system increased speed. Again. And again. Now even the machines struggled to track the attacks. Lights turned into blurs. Sounds became sharp clicks. But Aaron, still calm. Then something changed. "He's early," an analyst whispered. "What?" "He's moving before the attack happens." Commander Viral stepped closer to the screen. "Impossible." The footage slowed down. Frame by frame. Attack signal. Then movement. No. Wait. Aaron moved first. Then the attack came. Silence filled the room. That's not reflex, someone said quietly. That's prediction. Inside the chamber, Aaron blinked once. Like he was adjusting to the speed. System speed increasing. Level critical. Stop it, Viral ordered. It's not safe. Still no response, sir. The chamber became chaos. Attacks everywhere. No pattern. No delay. Even advanced species could not survive this level for even 1 second. But Aaron was still standing. Now he moved faster. Not rushed. Not stressed. Just smoother. Like he understood the system. He stepped forward. Dodged 3 attacks at once. Turned. Avoided another. Then something impossible happened. He smiled. Why is he smiling? An officer whispered. Because now, he was not reacting anymore. He was leading. Every move he made, the system followed. Like it was trying to catch him. And failing. System overload detected, the AI announced. Impossible, the analyst said. Aaron took another step. The attack stopped for a moment. Then came all at once. Flash. 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 And then, darkness. The chamber went silent. Lights off. System dead. In the control room, no one moved. No one spoke. A second passed. Then 2. Then, the system came back. Barely. Error. Error. Limit exceeded. The chamber doors opened slowly. Smoke drifted out. Aaron walked out. Calm. Normal. Like nothing happened. Everyone stared at him. No one laughed now. No one spoke. Commander Viral stepped forward. His voice was lower this time. More careful. What are you? Aaron looked at him. Confused for a second. I'm human, he said simply. He looked back at the chamber. Then back at the commander. And then he asked one question. Was that fast enough? No one answered. Because no one had an answer. But deep inside, they all felt the same thing. Fear. Because for the first time, the machine did not test the human. The human broke the machine. The room stayed silent long after Aaron spoke. Was that fast enough? No one laughed this time. No one even moved. The smoke from the chamber slowly faded into the air, but the tension stayed heavy. Every eye was locked on the human standing in the center. Commander Viral looked at Aaron carefully. Not like before. Before, he saw just another cadet. Now, he was not sure what he was looking at. Medical team, Viral said quietly, check him. 2 tall alien medics stepped forward. They carried scanning devices that could read heart rate, brain signals, muscle response, everything. Aaron did not resist. He simply stood still. The scanners moved across his body. A soft blue light passed over his head. One medic frowned. That's not right. What? Viral asked. The medic looked confused. His heart rate is normal. And he just survived a level that should destroy the nervous system. But his body is calm. The second medic checked again. Brain activity is stable too, she added. No overload. No stress spikes. That made no sense. Even the strongest species showed signs of shock after level 3. Aaron had faced something far beyond that. And yet nothing. Run a deeper scan, Viral ordered. Meanwhile, across the room, a group of analysts had already started reviewing the test data. Huge screens filled with numbers, timelines, and motion tracking filled the walls. One young analyst leaned closer to the screen. Replay the first 10 seconds. The footage started. Aaron standing still. The first attack triggered. Slow it down, the analyst said. Frame by frame. Signal sent. Movement. Impact point. The analyst froze. Wait. Zoom in. The room grew quiet again. Everyone watched. The attack signal appeared on screen. A tiny digital command from the system. It marked the exact moment the machine decided to strike. Then came Aaron's movement. But something was wrong. No, the analyst whispered. Commander Viral stepped closer. What is it? The analyst pointed at the screen. Sir, the movement. He paused. Then said slowly. It happens before the signal. Silence. That's not possible, another analyst said quickly. The system sends the signal first. That's how it works. Then explain this. They replayed it again. And again. And again. Every time the same result. Aaron moved first. The system reacted second. A cold feeling spread through the room. That means someone started. But they couldn't finish. Because no one wanted to say it out loud. Finally, Commander Viral spoke. That is not reflex. He paused. His voice lower now. That is prediction. Across the room, one of the senior scientists shook his head. No, not prediction. Everyone looked at him. That level of prediction is impossible. The system uses random patterns. No brain can calculate that in real time. Then what is it? Viral asked. The scientist took a slow breath. I don't know. Meanwhile, Aaron sat quietly on a bench. He looked bored, like he was waiting for something. A young cadet walked closer to him. Carefully. How did you do that? Aaron looked up. Do what? The test. No one survives that. Aaron shrugged slightly. I just moved. That's not an answer. Aaron thought for a moment, then said simply, I didn't wait. The cadet frowned. What do you mean? Aaron leaned back. If you wait to see, you are already late. The cadet didn't understand, but someone else did. Commander Viral heard those words, and they stayed in his mind. In the analysis room, things were getting worse. Sir, there's more, an analyst said. Show me. A new set of data appeared. This time, it showed full body movement tracking. Every step, every shift, every angle. Focus on pattern recognition, the analyst said. The system tried to map Aaron's movements into known patterns. Combat styles, defense systems, reaction algorithms. Result: no match found. Try adaptive modeling. The system tried again, learning from each movement, trying to predict the next one. Result: prediction failure. The machine could not understand him. That's impossible, someone said. But it was already happening. Back in the medical area, the deeper scan results arrived. Commander, the medic said slowly. What now? The medic hesitated, then showed the screen. His brain activity. Viral looked closely. What about it? It changes. All brains change. No, not like this. The medic zoomed in. His brain forms new pathways during the test. Viral's eyes narrowed. Explain. It's like his brain is learning faster than the test itself. Another pause. Adapting in real time. That word again. Adapting. Commander Viral turned toward Aaron. Now everything felt different. This was no longer about a test. This was about something bigger. He walked slowly toward the human. Aaron looked up again. You are not surprised, Viral said. Aaron tilted his head slightly. Should I be? You broke a system designed by 10 advanced civilizations. Aaron thought for a moment, then said, it didn't feel that hard. The room went quiet again. At that moment, an alarm sounded, but not from the chamber. From the main system. Warning, the AI voice said. Reflex chamber requesting reactivation. Everyone froze. What? An officer said. That's not possible, another added. It's damaged. System override detected, the AI continued. Reinitializing test environment. Commander Viral turned sharply. Stop it. Now. We're trying, sir. The main screen lit up again. The chamber was turning back on. But this time, it looked different. Darker. More complex. Level. Maximum. Those words appeared slowly on the screen. No, the analyst whispered. That level was removed years ago. Why? Someone asked. No one answered. Because they all knew. It was too dangerous. The AI spoke again. New test required. Then it added one more line. Subject human. All eyes turned to Aaron. Commander Viral stepped forward. This test is not safe. Aaron stood up slowly. Neither was the first one, he said. You don't understand, Viral said. This level can kill you. Aaron looked at the chamber. Then back at the commander. A small smile appeared again. Then I should try harder. The doors of the chamber opened once more. Darkness waited inside. Something had changed. This was no longer a test of reflex. This was something else. And somehow, the machine wanted him back. Aaron took a step forward, and the entire academy held its breath. The chamber doors did not open like before. They slid apart slowly, with a deep metallic sound. Inside, there was no soft blue light anymore. Only darkness. A low hum filled the air. Heavy. Unstable. Like something inside was waking up. Aaron stood at the entrance. For the first time, he did not step in immediately. He looked inside carefully. Something had changed. Behind him, the entire academy watched in silence. No one spoke. No one even moved. Commander Viral's voice came through the comm. Aaron, this is not the same test. I know, Aaron replied calmly. This level was banned. The system can act on its own. It does not follow safe patterns. Aaron gave a small nod. Good. That answer made no one feel better. He stepped inside. The doors closed behind him. Darkness swallowed everything. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then, the chamber came alive. But not with light. With gravity. Aaron's body suddenly dropped. Hard. The floor pulled him down with extreme force. Stronger than before. Much stronger. In the control room, alarms screamed. Gravity spike detected. It's crushing level. Aaron's hand hit the ground. His muscles tightened. But he did not panic. He adjusted. Slowly, he stood up. How is he even moving? An officer whispered. Before anyone could understand. The walls shifted. The room changed shape. Angles twisted. Surfaces moved. It was no longer a simple chamber. It was a maze. A living one. Environmental shift activated, the AI announced. That system was never completed, a scientist said in fear. Inside, Aaron took a step forward. The floor moved under him. A strike came from the right. He moved left. But the wall on the left suddenly turned into a solid block. Aaron stopped. The attack passed just inches from his face. This is not reflex anymore, Commander Viral said slowly. This is survival. The system did not give him time. Multiple attacks launched at once. Front. Back. Above. Below. But something was different this time. There was no delay. No signal. No pattern. This is pure chaos, an analyst whispered. Inside the chamber, Aaron closed his eyes. For a brief moment, everyone in the control room gasped. What is he doing? Then, he moved. Not reacting. Not chasing. But flowing. He stepped forward at the exact moment the floor shifted. He leaned right before the wall closed. He ducked before the strike formed. He can't see it, someone said. No, Viral replied quietly. He doesn't need to. The system increased pressure. Gravity doubled. Time perception changed. Signals overlapped. Inside, Aaron's breathing stayed steady. But now, his movements were changing. They were faster. Sharper. More precise. And then, something impossible happened again. He stopped. Right in the center of chaos. Everything around him was moving. Attacking. Changing. But Aaron stood still. Why did he stop? An officer asked. Commander Viral stared at the screen. Because he understood. He's not reacting anymore. He's reading it. Inside the chamber, Aaron opened his eyes. And smiled. Not because it was easy. But because now, he understood the system. This is not random, he said softly. The AI paused. For a fraction of a second. That was new. What did he say? A scientist asked. He's talking to the system, Viral replied. Aaron took one slow step forward. The chamber reacted instantly. Walls shifted. Attacks launched. Gravity pulled harder. But this time, Aaron moved first. Not by instinct. Not by reflex. By choice. He stepped into the attack path. Then turned. The attack missed completely. He moved again. This time, he forced the system to react. He's controlling the flow, an analyst said in shock. The system tried to adapt. Speed increased. Complexity increased. But Aaron was already ahead. He's not inside the system anymore, Viral whispered. He's above it. The chamber began to fail. Lights flickered. Gravity fields broke for a second. Then returned. System instability rising. Core overheating. Inside, Aaron moved faster now. Not running. Not rushing. Perfect timing. Each step broke another pattern. Each move confused the system more. Then, the system made a final decision. All systems full release. Every weapon activated. Every trap. Every defense. All at once. The chamber became a storm. And oh, someone shouted. That will destroy him. Commander Viral didn't speak. He just watched. Because now, he needed to see the truth. Inside the storm, Aaron disappeared. For a moment, no one could see him. Then, a shadow moved. Not fast. Not slow. Just right. He stepped through everything. Like he already knew where everything would be. Not guessing. Not reacting. Knowing. And then, he reached the center. Everything stopped. Instantly. The chamber froze. Lights flickered. Then died. Silence. Complete silence. In the control room, no one breathed. Then, the AI spoke. But this time, its voice was different. We cannot continue. Everyone froze. Did it just say, we? An officer whispered. The AI continued. Subject exceeds adaptive limits. Pause. Then the final words. System cannot predict. Darkness. Total shutdown. The chamber doors opened slowly. Smoke filled the air. And from inside, Aaron walked out. No injuries. No stress. Just calm. He looked around. At the silent room. At the frozen faces. Then he said something simple. You made it too slow. No one reacted. Because now, they understood. This was not about speed. This was about something far more dangerous. Something no machine could handle. A mind that could change faster than reality itself. Commander Viral stepped back slowly. For the first time in his life, he felt something unfamiliar. Not confusion. Not shock. Fear. Because now he knew the truth. If one human can do this, he didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. Everyone already knew the ending. If more humans came, no system would survive. The silence did not end. Even after Aaron stepped out of the chamber. Even after the system shut down completely. No one spoke. No one moved. It felt like the entire Galactic Academy had stopped breathing. Commander Viral stood still. His eyes were fixed on the broken chamber. That machine was not just a test. It was a symbol. A creation built by the greatest minds across multiple star systems. A system designed to be perfect. To be unbeatable. And now, it was dark. Dead. Silent. Status report, Viral finally said. His voice was calm, but something inside it had changed. An officer looked at his console. Hands slightly shaking. Reflex chamber is completely offline, sir. Damage. Not physical, but the core logic system, it's gone. What do you mean gone? Viral asked. The officer swallowed. It's like, it stopped trying. That made no sense. Machines do not stop trying. They follow commands. They adapt. They continue. Unless they gave up, a scientist whispered. The room turned cold again. Commander Viral slowly turned toward Aaron. The human was standing near the exit. Quiet. Relaxed. Like this was just another normal day. You broke it, Viral said. Aaron shook his head slightly. No. Then what happened? Aaron looked at the chamber. For a moment, he didn't answer. Then he said something simple. It couldn't keep up. That answer spread through the room like a shockwave. Impossible, one of the senior scientists said. No system is that limited. Aaron looked at him. It is, he replied. The scientist stepped forward. His voice sharper now. We designed that system to adapt infinitely. Aaron nodded. Yeah. Then how did it fail? Aaron paused for a second. Like he was choosing simple words. Because it learns in one way. The room stayed silent. And you? Viral asked. Aaron gave a small smile. We don't. That was the moment everything changed. Commander Viral turned to the main screen. Bring up all human data. The system responded. Files opened. Records appeared. Species human. Origin Earth. Classification, mid-tier physical capability. Viral frowned. That's wrong. An analyst looked confused. Sir, that classification is wrong. Because now, after what he had seen, he understood something no data file could show. Humans were not strong. Not the fastest. Not the most advanced. But they had something else. Something far more dangerous. Run behavioral analysis, Viral ordered. New data filled the screen. Human history. Human war records. Survival patterns. A scientist began reading. Humans adapt quickly under pressure. High response to unpredictable environments. Improvisation level, extreme. Another line appeared. Learning speed increases during conflict. The room went quiet again. They don't need time, Viral said slowly. They change while fighting. Meanwhile, Aaron walked toward the large window. Beyond it, stars stretched across the darkness. A young cadet followed him. The same one from before. How? The cadet asked softly. Aaron looked at the stars. How what? How do humans do that? Aaron thought for a moment. Then he gave a simple answer. We don't like losing. The cadet waited. That's it, he asked. Aaron shrugged. When things get hard, we don't stop. That's not special, the cadet said. Every species fights to survive. Aaron nodded. Yeah. Then he looked at him. But not every species changes the rules while fighting. The cadet had no reply. Back in the control room, the situation was getting worse. Commander, an officer said urgently. What now? We are receiving signals from other systems. What kind of signals? They detected the chamber failure. Viral's expression hardened. That was supposed to be classified. It was, but the energy spike was too large. That meant one thing. The galaxy knew something had happened. What are they asking? Viral said. The officer hesitated. They want to know what broke the system. The room fell silent again. Because now, this was no longer just about the Academy. This was about the entire galaxy. Commander Viral looked at Aaron one more time. Then he made a decision. Send a response. The officer nodded. What should we say? Viral paused. Then said clearly. Tell them the truth. The room froze. Sir, that could create panic. Viral didn't change his mind. They need to understand. Understand what? The officer asked. Viral looked at the broken chamber. Then at the humans standing near the stars. And said slowly. That humans are not limited. The message was sent. Across star systems. Across fleets. Across civilizations. And the reaction was immediate. Some did not believe it. Some laughed. Some ignored it. But a few understood the danger. Hours later, the Academy was quiet again. Most cadets had returned to their rooms. But no one was sleeping. Commander Viral stood alone in the chamber. The broken system surrounded him. Silent. For the first time, he felt small. Behind him, footsteps approached. Aaron, you wanted to see me? Aaron asked. Viral turned slowly. Yes. He looked at the human carefully. Then asked the question that had been growing in his mind. What would happen if more humans came here? Aaron thought for a moment. Then gave an honest answer. We would learn. And then, Aaron's expression didn't change. And then we would get better. That was it. Simple. Clear. Terrifying. Commander Viral closed his eyes for a second. Because now, he finally understood the full truth. Machines had limits. Systems had limits. Even the strongest species had limits. But humans, they moved those limits. Again. And again. And again. The next day, a new order was given. All human cadets are to be removed from advanced testing programs. Reason: unpredictable outcomes. But deep inside, everyone knew the real reason. Fear. Aaron stood at the exit of the Academy. A transport ship waited for him. The same cadet from before stood nearby. Will you come back? He asked. Aaron smiled slightly. Maybe. Why? Aaron looked back at the Academy. At the chamber. At the place that tried to measure him. Then he said one final line. You still have a lot to learn. He stepped into the ship. The doors closed. The ship lifted into the sky. And disappeared into the stars. Back inside the Academy, the broken chamber remained. Untouched. Unfixed. Because no one wanted to test it again. And on its dark screen, one final message stayed frozen. Limit. Does not exist. End of story.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and support us. It really helps us grow and bring more videos like this. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.